The night was unusually silent in Folsom Prison, yet the air felt heavy with unsaid truths. Johnny Cash sat alone, the shadows of the barred windows painting stories on the cold stone floor. No one knew what haunted him that night, the thoughts he could never share. Memories of his childhood, the farm, the guitar strings, and his first taste of sorrow haunted him. Outside, the wind whispered through the fences, a melody of freedom he could not grasp. Each note he had ever sung echoed in his mind, a reminder of love and loss entwined. His fingers traced the outlines of the guitar he could not play here, imprisoned in silence. Every creak of the floorboard seemed to murmur secrets he dared not acknowledge. Johnny remembered June, her laughter, her warmth, and the nights they could not share. The darkness was thick, almost tangible, but within it the stories of his soul waited to emerge. Johnny's mind wandered to distant memories of his youth, the dusty roads and the first guitar he ever held, strings calling to him across decades. In the corner, a faint light from the security lamp flickered, casting eerie shadows across his face. He thought about the songs he had written, songs of pain that became anthems for the broken. Memories of battles, both personal and public, rose like ghosts surrounding his restless spirit. The prison walls seemed to close in, but within them a quiet clarity began to form. Johnny's voice, though silent, sang melodies only his heart could hear, resonating deep within. Each memory carried weight, some sweet, others bitter, all blending into a single melody. He reflected on his journey from humble beginnings to a voice that defined generations. Fame had brought adoration, but also loneliness that only he could truly understand. Shadows danced along the walls as if performing for an audience that existed only in thought. He remembered small towns, dusty roads, and the faces of strangers touched by his music. A letter from June lay unopened beside him, a symbol of both love and regret. Every crease in that paper seemed to hold an entire universe of unspoken emotions. The whispers of his own voice echoed faintly, like memories of performances long past. Johnny thought of the songs he would never perform again, fading echoes in the night. The piano in the corner, though silent, seemed to beckon him to tell more stories. He closed his eyes and imagined the stage lights, the audience, and the fleeting applause. There were nights like this, he realized, when the past demanded attention with relentless insistence. Pain and joy intertwined, inseparable threads of the tapestry of his life's narrative. Each memory carried with it a lesson, a shadow, a secret, and a song waiting to be sung.
The night was unusually silent in Folsom Prison, yet the air felt heavy with unsaid truths. Johnny Cash sat alone, the shadows of the barred windows painting stories on the cold stone floor. No one knew what haunted him that night, the thoughts he could never share. Memories of his childhood, the farm, the guitar strings, and his first taste of sorrow haunted him. Outside, the wind whispered through the fences, a melody of freedom he could not grasp. Each note he had ever sung echoed in his mind, a reminder of love and loss entwined. His fingers traced the outlines of the guitar he could not play here, imprisoned in silence. Every creak of the floorboards seemed to murmur secrets he dared not acknowledge. Johnny remembered June, her laughter, her warmth, and the nights they could not share. The darkness was thick, almost tangible, but within it the stories of his soul waited to emerge. Johnny's mind wandered to distant memories of his youth, the dusty roads, and the first guitar he ever held, strings calling to him across decades. In the corner, a faint light from the security lamp flickered, casting eerie shadows across his face. He thought about the songs he had written, songs of pain that became anthems for the broken. Memories of battles, both personal and public, rose like ghosts surrounding his restless spirit. The prison walls seemed to close in, but within them a quiet clarity began to form. Johnny's voice, though silent, sang melodies only his heart could hear, resonating deep within. Each memory carried weight, some sweet, others bitter, all blending into a single melody. The moonlight through the bars painted stripes across his worn jacket like notes on a sheet. He remembered songs written on scraps of paper, forgotten melodies rediscovered in the quiet. The sound of distant footsteps reminded him that freedom was always just beyond reach. Johnny reflected on the choices that defined him, some brave, some reckless. He felt the weight of expectations, both his own and those placed upon him by others. The stories of his youth surfaced, hardships, triumphs, and moments of fleeting innocence. The guitar strings hummed in his mind, vibrating with the energy of memories long past. Shadows of the past seemed to lean closer, urging him to recall every hidden truth. He thought of friends lost, moments missed, and laughter that had been swallowed by time. A single candle flickered, casting warmth over the cold, hard surfaces surrounding him. Johnny's mind wandered to prison shows, the faces of men who found hope in his songs. Their eyes reflected gratitude, sorrow, and recognition of shared human fragility. He considered the irony of being a symbol of freedom while trapped in walls and rules. The night was patient, allowing memories to unfold without interruption or judgment. Every note he had sung seemed to return to him, carrying wisdom he had yet to grasp. He thought of mistakes made, paths taken, and the inevitability of consequences that followed. In the quiet, he could almost hear his own heartbeat, as if narrating its own story. Each beat was a reminder of time's relentless march, a metronome of memory and regret. Johnny recalled moments of love lost, friendships broken, and music that healed unseen wounds. He closed his eyes again, letting the shadows tell their own tales alongside his memories. The room seemed to breathe with him, alive with echoes of songs and conversations long gone. He pictured the fans who had never met him, yet carried pieces of his soul unknowingly. The letters, photographs, and old recordings formed a collage of life lived under scrutiny. Every night like this deepened his understanding of himself, his fears, and his desires. He remembered tours through cold towns and crowded halls, moments of exhaustion and elation. The quiet of the night contrasted sharply with the chaos of past performances and life. Shadows twisted into faces he had known, friends and mentors, rivals and strangers alike. He reflected on songs that saved lives and others that had gone unheard, unnoticed. The guitar leaned against the wall, patient, waiting for the stories he might yet tell. He envisioned stages in the dark, the lights dim, and an audience hanging on every word. Johnny's mind wandered to childhood lessons, small acts of kindness, and early heartbreaks.
The moonlight revealed lines on his face, each a chapter in an unspoken autobiography. He thought of the times he had faltered, yet persisted, singing through pain and doubt. Memories of family and friends intertwined, creating a tapestry of love, struggle, and resilience. The night's silence allowed him to hear truths he had ignored during the day's distractions. Shadows on the walls seemed to form narratives, characters born from fragments of memory. He recalled moments of solitude where music had been his only confidant and companion. Johnny felt the pull of creativity, a whisper urging him to transform memory into melody. Each recollection carried an emotional weight, pressing on him with both beauty and sorrow. He considered the lives he had touched, knowingly or not, through music and presence. The candle's flame danced, mimicking the rhythm of his thoughts and the pulse of his heart. He reflected on tours through rain-soaked towns, faces blurred by distance, yet vivid in memory. Every song he had sung held a secret, a truth only he could fully understand. Shadows shifted as he thought of mistakes made and lessons painfully learned. The walls seemed to absorb his thoughts, keeping them safe, yet exposing them in reflection. Johnny's mind returned to June, her smile, her touch, and the silent understanding between them. Memories of laughter and tears intertwined, forming an indelible mark on his spirit. He thought of songs unsung, melodies unfinished, and stories still waiting to be told. The night stretched onward, each moment a canvas for reflection and introspection. He recalled moments of despair, hope, love, and the relentless pursuit of expression. Shadows and light merged, casting symbolic reflections of his life's triumphs and failures. He remembered letters sent, words unspoken, and moments fleeting yet eternal in memory. Johnny felt the presence of past mentors guiding him in subtle, invisible ways. He reflected on the inevitability of mortality and the urgency of legacy. Music remained the constant, the thread connecting past, present, and uncharted future. The quiet night amplified thoughts, giving clarity to what had once been chaotic confusion. He imagined audiences in faraway places, unknowingly connected to his hidden struggles. Shadows seemed to narrate alongside him, a duet of life's unseen symphony. Memories of triumph mingled with regret, each note a testament to endurance. He thought of fans' tears, smiles, and the intangible impact of his songs. Johnny reflected on the solitude of artistry, the cost of being both idle and human. The room seemed to contain an eternity, each object a vessel of memory and meaning. He envisioned his past, present, and future selves converging in the stillness of night.
Shadows on the walls whispered stories only he could hear, secrets of survival and sorrow. He remembered moments of kindness, fleeting gestures, and profound acts of courage. Johnny's soul ached and soared simultaneously, tethered to both history and the unseen. The candle burned low, marking the passage of a night steeped in reflection. He felt a quiet resolve, understanding that every story, every song was a gift. The night yielded its weight, leaving clarity, acceptance, and a faint glow of hope. As dawn approached, Johnny Cash sat in silence, the stories concluded, yet eternal, lingering beyond sight. Dawn's first light barely touched the prison walls, yet Johnny felt the weight of the night.
Memories of his father's stern voice echoed, shaping the man he had become. He recalled playing the old guitar under the oak tree, fingers raw but determined. Each note carried a story, a secret, a whisper of a dream long forgotten. The prison yard outside remained empty, yet he imagined unseen eyes following his every thought. Shadows of past tours flickered, faces in the audience blurred yet vivid in his mind. He thought of the men who had inspired him, their advice etched into his memory. Johnny considered the irony of fame, how admiration often came with loneliness. The smell of old leather and dust reminded him of concerts in small, smoky halls. He traced the outline of a photograph of June, her eyes holding silent understanding. The room's silence allowed him to confront mistakes he had long avoided acknowledging. Ghosts of past collaborators whispered lessons of loyalty, betrayal, and unspoken promises. He remembered long nights on the road, towns unnamed, faces forgotten, yet impactful. Each city held its own melody, a fragment of his journey through time and fame. Johnny felt the pull of unfinished songs, melodies waiting for his hand to guide them. The faint hum of the ventilation system seemed to echo his heartbeat's rhythm. He envisioned the stage lights, the roar of the crowd, and the fleeting adrenaline. Shadows cast by the bars morphed into shapes, recalling moments of personal victory. He thought of the songs that saved lives, carried messages he never intended to send. A memory of a rainy evening in Nashville surfaced, soaked shoes and a grateful audience. The candlelight flickered, reflecting his inner turmoil and quiet determination simultaneously. He pondered letters from fans, each a testament to the reach of his music. Johnny reflected on the weight of expectation imposed by himself and those around him. Each song he had written became a mirror, revealing both his vulnerabilities and strengths. He recalled a mentor's words, urging him to remain authentic in a world of pretense. Shadows seemed to lean closer, listening intently as if the walls themselves held judgment. Memories of childhood mischief surfaced, laughter echoing through the corridors of memory. He thought of fleeting romances, brief encounters that lingered longer than intended. The prison's cold air contrasted sharply with the warmth of remembered embraces. Each creak of the floorboard reminded him that time moved steadily, whether noticed or not. Johnny imagined unseen audiences, souls connected to his songs in distant corners of the world. The moonlight shifted, illuminating the contours of his face, highlighting years of experience. He reflected on struggles with addiction, the battles fought in shadows no one witnessed. Each victory over despair etched a line in the story of his resilience. He remembered late nights writing lyrics, ink-stained fingers, and cigarettes burning low. Ghosts of past mistakes lingered, reminding him of the fragility of human intention. The quiet amplified his thoughts, giving each memory a weight it rarely possessed. He envisioned his family, faces soft with love, etched in moments of shared silence. Shadows seemed to whisper encouragement, guiding him to face truths long ignored. Johnny recalled the thrill of performance, yet also the exhaustion that followed applause. Each note he had sung carried fragments of his soul into unknown lives. He remembered mentors and rivals alike, their influence shaping his path and choices. The night stretched onward, blending past, present, and imagined future into one continuum.
Johnny felt gratitude for survival, for music, and for moments of fleeting clarity. The guitar leaned patiently, as if waiting for the stories that remained untold. He thought of June again, her presence a beacon of comfort and silent strength. Shadows danced lightly, forming patterns reminiscent of stages he had long performed on. The silence allowed him to confront regret without fear, embracing lessons hard-earned. He envisioned audiences listening decades later, feeling pieces of his unspoken confessions. Johnny's heart, though weary, pulsed with understanding, accepting life's intricate, shadowed truths. Dawn crept slowly through the barred windows, yet the shadows of memory lingered heavily. Johnny recalled moments of silence on long bus rides, the hum of tires beneath him. Each town left traces, small interactions that shaped both songs and the man himself. He thought of voices of fellow musicians, guiding, challenging, sometimes criticizing with care. The candle burned lower, casting a warm glow on a worn leather journal nearby. Pages filled with lyrics, confessions, and sketches told stories he could not speak aloud. Johnny's mind wandered to late nights in recording studios, the hiss of tape filling the air. Each track captured fragments of his soul, a mosaic of struggles and triumphs. Shadows of past decisions danced across the walls, reminders of both regret and growth. He considered the irony of singing about freedom while confined in physical and emotional bounds. Memories of early failures surfaced, moments when rejection nearly silenced his persistent voice. Yet each failure became fuel, a spark driving his relentless pursuit of expression. Johnny thought of his father again, the lessons delivered in gruff tones but meant with care. The rhythm of his heartbeat seemed to match the cadence of untold stories around him. Each breath carried the weight of decades, of performances, losses, and fleeting victories. He imagined the faces of fans who never knew his private struggles, yet felt his honesty. The prison walls, though confining, held echoes of resilience that seemed to whisper encouragement.
Shadows played across the floor as if narrating scenes he could not yet articulate. He remembered early collaborations, sessions where creativity flowed like untamed rivers. Each song carried an unspoken message, reaching hearts without explanation or context. Johnny thought of June once more, the quiet strength she offered during tumultuous times. The candlelight flickered, mirroring the fluctuations of memory, illuminating both pain and joy. He reflected on tours in rain, snow, and blistering heat, the relentless passage of time. Each town left an imprint, a fleeting connection captured in a verse or a line. Shadows in the room seemed to respond to his thoughts, bending and stretching with emotion. He envisioned the stages he would never return to, imagining audiences' reactions in vivid detail. Johnny's soul recognized the impermanence of applause, yet cherished the lasting impact of song. Memories of lost friends and fellow musicians surfaced, their voices lingering in the corridors of mind. He considered the fragility of life, the inevitability of change, and the value of persistence. The faint hum of ventilation became a lullaby, guiding him through reflection and quiet contemplation. He remembered nights writing under dim light, cigarettes burning low, ink flowing relentlessly. Each word captured a fragment of himself, a testament to resilience and raw authenticity. Shadows seemed to merge with memory, creating a theater of the mind he could not escape. He reflected on mistakes made, paths chosen, and the wisdom harvested from each misstep.
Johnny considered the power of music, how it connected strangers across distance and time. He thought of letters he never responded to, each a reminder of human imperfection. The walls whispered softly, carrying the echoes of stories he had lived and imagined alike. He recalled the thrill of performance, the intimate moments of connection with those who listened. Shadows cast on the floor seemed to perform alongside him, a silent audience of memory. Johnny's mind wandered to the comfort of familiar tunes, melodies revisited in solitude. Each song acted as a bridge between past and present, uniting fragmented experiences. He reflected on the enduring impact of art, how it survives beyond its creator. The candle flickered one final time, signaling the approach of dawn and clarity. Johnny felt an acceptance of life's impermanence, the fleeting nature of fame and fortune. Shadows softened as the first light of morning crept into the cell, revealing subtle truths. He embraced the silence, recognizing it as both companion and witness to his journey. Memories of struggle and triumph intertwined, forming a tapestry of lessons learned and shared. Johnny's thoughts turned to gratitude, for music, for love, for the chance to leave a mark. The room, once heavy with unspoken truths, now seemed lighter, suffused with quiet understanding. As sunlight finally broke through, Johnny Cash rose, carrying the night's stories into eternity, his legacy eternal, unbroken, and unforgotten.